guys. So welcome back. So I just wanted to go over breastfeeding more in depth and some of our mom favorites. So I will start off with breastfeeding. I exclusively pump. He doesn't actually feed on the boob anymore. He will every once in a while if he's like really fussy. I would say my supply isn't an oversupply, it's more like mid. Like I have enough, I literally pump just enough to feed him. I always see these TikToks and I'm like, how do people have freezers full of milk? So I did a lot of research to help up my supply, because after I got home from the hospital, it was really good, but then it started to go down as soon as I got my period back. So yeah, I'm gonna go over some of the things that helped us with producing more milk. The number one thing I would recommend is staying hydrated for sure. I did see on TikTok there was this drink called Body Armor that a lot of the moms were using to up their supply, and it has like coconut water, electrolytes. But I noticed it had a lot of sugar in it, so I use the Body Armor Light, which is no added sugar. Lactation pills, I tried about 2 or 3 of them. I do use the Legendary Milk lactation pills. I believe I'll put the link to everything I'm talking about on the bottom. Those did help a lot. Especially like I said, when I got my period back, my milk supply dipped a lot, so I started using those. You have to take them like 2 or 3 days before to up your milk supply. Every mom's different, so I did have to stay away from pills that had fenugreek in them. I know fenugreek does help boost milk supply, but it made him really gassy. I had no problems with it, like stomach wise, but yeah, he did not like them. I do a lot of power pumping when I notice my milk supply is going low. Power pumping is when you pump for 20 minutes and then you rest for 10 and then you pump again for another 20 minutes. And I will say, when I do pump, I get nothing for the first like 5 minutes, and then everything does start coming in. And then it'll go away again, and then like 5-10 minutes later it comes back. To up your milk supply, definitely make sure you're emptying your breast all the way. So if you have to pump for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it kind of just depends. So I do recommend you just keep pumping. So we'll go ahead and go into his room to make his room and show you some of our first time mom favorites. He's not sleeping in here yet, but this is his little crib with his little name. So this is the other breast pump that I was telling you that I use. As you can see, there's literally like 2 settings here, and it's just, you can turn it up or turn down, and that's pretty much it. I didn't really care for the Lancina one. Again, I do recommend the Spectra one. The wipey warmer we did use the first, I want to say 3 or 4 weeks, because when he was a baby he did not like cold wipies. But now, I mean, we don't really use it. He doesn't really care anymore. I do highly recommend a rocking chair. We got this one off of Amazon, and it comes with a little footstool. This is the bedside sleeper that I used. It's called, I believe it is the Baby Delight. So postpartum, I had a lot of bad anxiety. I would always check if he was breathing at night. I always make sure he didn't have anything like on his face. I don't know, I was just really paranoid. So this little thing actually attaches to the side of the bed. And then this comes down, or you can leave it up if you want, but I liked it down, and I would bring it on the side of the bed. So the bed would literally be here, baby is here, and then that is just the pole that goes underneath. I do highly recommend this one for first time moms, just because it kind of eases any type of anxiety, because you can see baby right there instead of having to see him like at nighttime. It's kind of hard to see through the mesh. But yeah, we really like this one a lot. It's a little bigger than the other one that we have, so we'll probably switch back to this one until he's in his crib. But yeah, I highly recommend this one. Very big, super soft. He loved it. Another one of my favorites is this Fisher-Price bassinet. But I'm whispering because it's because he's asleep. But right now we use this one because he's a little bit bigger, and he likes like the little spinny thing on top. And then this one actually moves, so you can kind of rock him back and forth without having to pick him up. He wakes up sometimes in the middle of the night and kind of just move it, and he falls back asleep. And then this one actually has this little thing on it, and it has a bunch of different settings. It has different music, some white noise. You can lower, turn up the volume. And then it has this little light, and it actually projects stars onto the ceiling. You can't see it right now because it's too bright in here, but it's like puts stars all over the wall, and he likes looking at that a lot. And then there's this light that's like a warm light that turns on the inside from when it's dark. And then it also has this little button that actually makes the whole thing vibrate. So yeah, we really like this one a lot. Recommend that one. We do recommend this little tool. It's called the Oogie Bear. We got it at Bye Bye Baby, and it's like a little picker to pick out his boogers. It helps a lot. It's really tiny. It's not focusing. But yeah, we do recommend this little thing. Helps a lot. I also do highly recommend this little thing. It's like a baby nail file that we found on Amazon. It's like a little baby nail file, and then you just put the different attachments on it that you need. And then it even has like a little light so you can cut his nails when he's asleep. And then I highly recommend a hatch machine. You just touch it, changes colors, changes sounds, and you can also hook it up with your phone as well. This helps the baby sleep a lot through the night, and anytime he wakes up and gets fussy, turn this louder, goes right back to sleep. That he's loving right now is this little jumper. He's a little too short for it, so we just stuck a pillow underneath, but yeah, he really loves his little jumper. We got it from Target. Turns on, plays music, jumps, and then this actually spins, so you can go to that activity and then that activity and then back to the front. And then he's learning right now how to like press things, so every time you press the little button it goes off. Yep. So another thing I highly recommend is this little Fisher-Price bouncer. It has music on it as well. I use this a lot for when I'm getting ready or I take a shower. It's literally light, and I just take it in the bathroom, put him in there, and he kind of just chills. And then he also loves this little play mat we got from Target. Kind of just sit him there, and then it has all these little things that hang. Keeps him very entertained. I'll put him here while I'm doing my makeup as well. Another one of my favorites is this swing from Fisher. I think it's Fisher-Price. Yeah, Fisher-Price. And it has like different settings. You can make it go faster. The music, and then it has this little thing that spins that he likes a lot. But I usually put him in this when I'm like washing bottles or doing laundry. Alright, so I just pumped and he's crying a lot, so he didn't let me finish. So I got maybe like 1 ounce in there and like 2.5 in here. So then what I do, pour it in a little bottle. Bless you, baby. Bless you, my love. You get to sneezes, and I'll feed him this for now. He usually drinks about 4 ounces every 4 ounces every 3 hours, but since this is all I pumped, which is about 2.5, he'll probably be hungry again in like an hour, so I'll feed him sooner. And the way I keep track of his feedings is on my phone, and I kind of just like that. Again, like I said, he eats every 3 to 4 hours, so right before the final hour I'll pump and then get his bottle ready. So this is the drink I use. It's the Body Armor Light. The light is with lower calorie and no added sugar. I really like the peach mango one. It has natural sweeteners, coconut water, electrolytes, antioxidants, vitamins, and no added sugar. So yeah, I drink about 2 of these a day, and I do notice a increase in my milk supply. And then these are all the pills that I take for breastfeeding. My doctor recommended a calcium pill. I still take my prenatal pills, and I use the Vitafusion gummies because I'm a baby and I hate the way the prenatal pills tasted. They made me really nauseous, so I got the gummies. This is the pills that I use to up my milk supply. It's the Legendary Milk Liquid Gold, and it's made with organic herbs, optimizes breast milk production, all natural ingredients. So I highly recommend this one. You take about 3 times a day, and I think you take 2 pills at a time. And then I do take vitamin D pills as well. Our pediatrician told us he needs vitamin D in the milk, so it's either I take it or they gave us like little drops that we put in his milk, but we ran out of those, so right now I'm just taking the vitamin D pills. And then I also do take an iron pill supplement. I was anemic when I was pregnant, and so I still take these. So let's talk about the pump I use. I do use the Spectra. This is the Spectra S1. I highly recommend this one because it has a bunch of different settings. Like if you want to change the suction, if it's too much for you, you could change the cycle, the way the suction is. There's just a lot of different settings on here. It also has the letdown mode, which I do only use the letdown mode most of the time. There's only every once in a while I'll switch over to cycle, and I do cycle 54, and I usually do it on 12. This is more of like a deep suction that will really make sure you're completely emptying your boob. The more you empty your boob, the more your milk supply will also go up. This also has a little light for like nighttime feedings when you're pumping at night. There's low light and then it goes brighter, and you can kind of just adjust it like that. So I do really recommend the Spectra. Again, use the S1 because see the battery on there. It's you don't have to be plugged into a wall. You just charge it every once in a while, and you can kind of take it with you on the go. And then these are the cups. I just pumped right now, so I'll have to go wash it and show you guys how I wash it and put the parts back together. Flange size matters a lot too. This is the 24. I know the Spectra comes with a 24 and I think 28. I do follow this page called Legendary Milk that I highly recommend. It'll show you the correct flange size that you'll need, because that will make a difference in how much milk you're getting as well. Alright, I'm going to talk about another one of our favorites. This drying rack that we got from Target. We just place the bottles on there, and the bottles we use are the Komotomo bottles. We tried the Dr. Brown's, but he just liked these ones better. So the top, there's different stages. There's one, and it has just like one little hole in here. It has like one little hole in here, and it's like a slow flow. But now that he's a little bit older, we use the 2, which is like a higher flow, which more milk comes out faster. We do have a bottle warmer. We did use this a lot in the beginning, but now I just pump like right before he eats, so we don't really need to warm it up. Alright, so I washed all my parts, and then I usually just lay them like this on the counter to dry. So they come with the little duck bills, and I did order some replacements from Legendary Milk too that are coming, and they have like little pull tabs, because sometimes it's like hard to like pull this without like breaking it. Okay, so I put that in there, and then I put this on like that, and then and there's the backflow protectors, which is this little part, and you use this and you kind of just stick it on there, and then you put the back on, and then you put this here. That stops the milk from getting like in the actual pump. Next one. This one. Put the backflow protector on. You do want to make sure that you dry it really well and get all the water out, because if not, then the water just gets stuck in the thing. And then you're ready to go. Another thing I wanted to mention really quick was his little tub. Looks like this. And then I think it's the Skip Hop brand, and these actually clip in just here. So like he can actually, like, from when he was a baby, it was more here, so he wasn't like sitting in the water, just his little booty was in the water. But now that he's older, we have him actually sit up, kind of. And he likes to like splash in the water and stuff. And then it's cool because it has this little drain, and you just open it, and then it like drains out from the bottom. It's another one of our favorites that we highly recommend. Yep. I think that's it for all the favorites. If I forget anything out, I'll put it in the description box below, and thanks for watching.